Sunday. I made a few shorts, and I just came on to say hi. And I haven't seen everybody in a while. And so tonight I'm picking it back up and doing the most incredible taps tonight. I'm getting everything together. I have a whole bunch. I've got boards. There was a Dollar Tree in Lancaster that had a lot of boards, so I did get a lot of boards. And I have albums. I even have little 45s that we're going to be tapping out on tonight. So tonight is going to be awesome because I know no one's on. I'll just leave it roll and talk. But we have 45s to tap out tonight. We have all kind of stuff. I love it. So I can't wait till the night. I hope you come on and join me. Let's see. Tina's on tonight. Oh, let's see. But I have a lot of stuff, so that's gonna be good. Let me find out, where am I at here? Because I'm trying to come on live, right? So no one's on, but come on, find the babe. Find the beauty babe. She's on live. Where's she? Right? Okay, here I am. So hi everybody. Let me just I'll show you my new paints. I'll show you my paints. I'll show you everything. Yes, I was doing shorts today. I don't mean like shorts that you wear. I was doing, knitted shorts. But I didn't go skating this weekend. I just took a little break because there was little disagreements, just between my brother and his girlfriend or whatever. So I stepped back and, but I'm here and I am scratching some boards for tonight. I got some new paint because I was running low and I have a whole bunch of new paints that I have gotten. The Dollar Tree actually finally got some new paints, but the Dollar Tree in Lancaster had all the boards. Not up here, thank God. So, I'm ready to go for tonight. Listen, I'm scratching. Look at this. I've got this going on, and we're going to scratch these albums while I'm talking to all of you. I miss all of you. Do you miss me? Do you miss your girl? I'm serious because, I'm saying I miss you. And I didn't want to do too much talking and driving, but hey, the girl's got to do it. She's got to do it, but I'll be all right. So we're going to scratch up these boards for tonight. I don't know who is all on live with me, but hi, and I'll see it. I can't wait. What are we going to tap out tonight? Because this is going to be another one of those beautiful nights of tapping out some incredible art. I will actually show you the place that was Billions, that was the planet that we could actually live on, that my intuition took me right to. Do you remember that? And it was beautiful. It dried so beautiful. It's so, my mind is actually still there. It's incredible. And it's like billions of light years away, but it's a place where literally if we could find that planet, we could actually live on that planet. And it's amazing. So I'm going to have my intuition take me to see if there's any more planets like that we could live on, and let me see what's going to happen. But let me quick go grab that and I'll show you. Hold on a second. We can go all night. Let's see. I'm almost certain. Here was the album. Does anybody remember the album? This was the album. And remember, it took me there, and it has gems and it has rubies. Do you remember? My mind took me there, and it's beautiful and it's lush and it's green and there's everything there. It's incredible. Do you remember my intuitive notion took me there? And this is the album. And I did get High Shine spray and go over it. And this is the most beautiful album that it's just incredible. And then I'll show you the board. And it was so tonight I'm going to have my mind, because believe it or not, everyone, there's planets out there that we will never see nor touch that we could actually live on. I mean, there really is. My intuitive notion knows that. I mean, my mind can go anywhere, right? So, I went there in front of all of you, and I felt everything. I was sitting there. I could feel and see the rubies, and it was incredible. There is a place out there. It's incredible. And so here's the board that I tapped out. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Here is the board, the planet that was 1,000,000,000 light years away. Now here's the board, and look at it. Look how beautiful it was. Look at that. It has water. It has lush greenery, the ocean. I mean, it's just insane. This is how the sand came to my mind. Like, the sand is so intriguingly beautiful. And I mean, it's incredible. Whether you want to believe it or not, everyone, this is how my mind takes me. So, if you ever want to watch me tap out my art, my mind is so powerful, and it can take me to a place, a situation with ease, everyone. I mean, with literal ease. But, and this was beautiful. This was beautiful. Look at how beautiful that is. Now, I mean, it could, I don't know, it all depends how you hold it up, but look at that. I mean, I look forward to tapping another piece of art out, many pieces of art out tonight, because we're backed up, right? So I can't wait to tap many pieces of art out tonight. Hi, Yush, how are you? Thank you. Hiya, Peach. Hiya, baby. See you. Okay. But it's incredible. So what I do is I take and I use my intuitive notion. So when you come on and you've never seen my channel before, I'll give you a little rundown on it. So if I'm going, taking my mind to space, I want to go to the place at space that we've never been, that maybe we want to dream that someday we could ever touch. And so when I get on the board, I start letting my mind guide this, and you should see the incredible art that that I tap out on the board. So you'll have to go back into my videos and watch it. But tonight, if you're new to this channel, you might want to come on this ride, because tonight we are going to find out if there's any life, human life, everyone. I mean, like human life on a planet that we will never ever see, or we've never been on. Is there human life? Is there humans, and what do they look like? So I cannot wait to tap that out on the board tonight and use my beautiful mind. You know what I'm saying? She's got a beautiful mind. And I can't wait to do that. So I'm going to rough these up really good with sandpaper. And because when you rough up the boards with the sandpaper, it gets the most incredible, absolutely incredible art that you can ever imagine. And so I can't wait until it gets warm out, that I can take my art and show it to people, and even have like a little art museum on wheels or something like that, so I can show people my art and talk about my art and talk about my intuition and how it takes me there, right? Because it is so powerful. And I know not a lot of people they really don't know that. And you think about psychics, and I don't use cards or anything like that. I don't need to use that kind of stuff. I just use my mind, and that's the beautiful thing, right? Let me get my glasses. I'm sorry. Hi, RCR. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? But so I can't wait tonight, because we're going to go where we've never been before, in space, and my mind's heading there. It's already, my mind is so incredible, everyone. I've had this gift ever since I was 7 years old, and I have always been like just so insanely in tune with everything. I can take my mind to anywhere. even to take you to you, right? Seriously. But I don't know how many people, I often sat like and thought about this and thought, how many people out there are actually, hi, peace and joy. I often sat and I thought, like, God, how many people are out there like me that can really, their mind is so powerful that it can take them right to a situation and drop my mind and my body right there. And I often wondered how many people can do that. I don't think very many. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I don't know. I can only speak for myself. But I have no idea. But it's a real gift that I was born with. And so I know a lot of people probably are doubters, but you don't need to be. But I'm going to rough these boards up. Hi, peace and joy. And tonight, I cannot wait to tap. This is going to be incredible because when I give my mind a break from the taps and like, you know, make videos or do something, clown around, do my goofballism, then it recharges my mind. It recharges my batteries. And so it's incredible what we're going to see. It's absolutely incredible what we're going to see. And so I really got to get a good rough up on these boards. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like for the algorithms, right? The algorithms. But you want to get, in order for my mind to be able to do that, this board literally has to be so roughed up, so scratched up in order to take me there. We're going to a place, and look, see, it still needs roughed up because when you see anything shiny, this is not good for art, but this is good. So you really, especially the albums, because you want to be able to have that art. If you're going to put it on an album, you're going to have to, you want that art preserved. I have to get some more sandpaper. 1 moment. Okay. Okay, boom. And I'm going to dump all this love potion on all of you. Do you realize 2 drops of this has immediate effects? So, 2 drops of my love potion, guys. Don't play with this. Don't play with this. 2 drops. Ooh, I'm dumping it on you. I'm dumping it all on you. 2 drops has those immediate effects. Right. Oh, my. So, I've got some sandpaper here. And we're going to rough these up really, really good. How's everybody doing? I missed everybody. I really did. That's why I figured I had to come on and let all of you know that I will be on tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. And so I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. How's everybody's day going? Like how's everybody doing? So I'm gonna take these and I'm looking at the comments. I'm trying to look at the comments while I'm doing this, but tonight is going to be good. Tonight, I'm love like you tonight. Give me everything tonight, right? Give me everything tonight. For all we know, we might not get tomorrow. Let's do it tonight. There you go. See, grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight. You mean everything. This ain't just about tapping around here, right? Seriously. This ain't about tapping boards, so we try to make you laugh with my little goofballism. But, so I got that. And, you know, Mr. Butch was saying about the coarseness of the sandpaper. I mean, that's the sandpaper that was at the Dollar Tree. Everyone, just grab, if you're doing art on a board, you know, you might want to grab just a pack of sand. And I would suggest pretty, you know, some rough stuff so you can rough up your board. And, you know, make sure that everything's all roughed up. Because if you don't, I'll take you down to the board. Hold on a second. Grab somebody sexy, tell them hey. Okay, so if you wanna, you gotta really take and you really gotta dig. And while you're doing that, you hear that grind? You gotta get in there. And I mean, you gotta go to the edge, because if you're gonna take your art to the edge, you gotta take it and the edge of that. You gotta get down to each piece. See that? See how you gotta do? And if you have a grinder, it would be a lot better, everyone. I don't have a grinder yet. And I really honestly forgot all about. I should have took these to my brother's. Well, he wasn't at his garage, so the next time I'm gonna honestly just I put that on. The next time I'm just gonna take him and have him grind them. Oh my goodness, start a poll now. Okay. So the next time I'm going to have him grind them so it gets really gritty and sexy and yummy on those boards, because we gotta get all that shine away from the albums. And I can't even imagine how beautiful this art is going to be tonight. I mean, my mind is going to a place that we can only ever imagine. And that's the beautiful thing about my mind is I can sit and just be anywhere in my mind, right? And it's so beautiful. People, your mind is powerful. When I was a little girl, I was the only daughter. And so I sat in my room and I would just take my mind everywhere, right? And I was a lover of the stars, the sun, the moon, and the stars. And so I would sit out and just look out the window. I didn't even have any curtains. I would look and sit out all night just to see what was in the sky. But I loved it that much. And so my mind went there. And so actually, my mind has always, been in there. So that's how I can really, I guess, tap into it. Let's see. So I'm going to really rough this up. I want to see faces tonight on these boards. A lot of people are asking me to do more plain taps. And I just, plain, why are the planes going down? Do you realize how many taps I've done about the planes and all that phenomena? Let's move on from that. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff going on that we can't see, unseen forces that are scary out there, everyone. It's not just a matter of, I try to tell everybody that, and I don't think anybody believes it, or they just don't want to believe it. But there's a lot. I tell you the truth. I personally wouldn't really want to take a plane, because there's so many unseen forces that are powerful. They're out there. I actually know that for a fact. And it's bad, because they could take it's invisible stuff that's happening, and you don't know when this invisible force is going to. There's a lot of invisible stuff, lots of invisible craziness going on, and the weirdest thing is there's certain people that this invisible force really doesn't like. And I would never want to be on their plane, because in a matter of time that they will wield their ugly sword and go after these people. I mean, you know how like people just wait and linger and to hurt someone or something? That's about like the size of the unseen forces and stuff like that, the dark forces that we can't even control, everybody. I mean, these forces are, they could be even, alien technology that we don't have no control over, but they can somehow or another do things to us, right? And why do you think so many planes are, and then there's, other forces that, are created by evil people. And so you get a lot to, going on. I would be, just like I said, there's a lot of planes that are really having issues. And I mean, this year, everyone, there's going to be a lot of people. My intuition says that there's going to be a lot of powerful people that are I mean, who knows if they're going to even survive anything like that? You know what I mean? And I mean a lot of powerful people. It's just, you just don't know. You know, I think the safest way for anyone is like by ocean, but you know, it's going to take you a number of weeks. But your life will be saved. But there's people that are in high positions that may not even, that, you know, they're, it's only a matter of time before their plane just goes out, you know? Okay, so look at this, everyone. So you see how I roughed that up compared to that? Now let me grab something to wipe to see if it actually is that, or if we have a good rough up on it or not. I mean, I would just be really afraid if I was certain people, because it's not going to end well for them. Here, look at that. Now this is really good. This is a really good rough up. See that? That's going to make some good art. That is really going to make very, very good art. I roughed that. So we're going to see faces. But we are really going to see some good faces, you know, on these boards. And we'll see what happens. Yeah. And I can't wait to see all of you tonight. Let me see. Yeah, honey, I'm doing wonderful. Joanna says, show me. Okay, here, Joanna, look. I just roughed it up right here. It was like that. Don't do art on like that, honey. It's going to take that. And so, and then, you know, just like I said, when you do it, make sure you wipe it off. Mr. Butch always says, Tina, use a wet washcloth just to make sure that you see if it's really off. But you can honestly see that. So that's going to be great. So I'll let that sit here. And then we have, thank you, I miss you too. Then we have the boards. So the boards are another thing, because the boards are so fascinating, because the boards tell an incredible story. So when all else fails, you hit the boards, and the boards will, I am going to buy this huge board next week, okay? It's going to be the biggest tap that I will probably at that point ever do. I'm going to try to find the biggest piece of art here that I can find at the craft store and tap out that piece of art for you next week. So this is my birthday week. Friday is my birthday, so I ain't going to be around on Friday. Woo! I'm having a good time. But so this is like, this is going to be, and so you want to tap out you want to rough that board. It's already rough, okay? This artist board is already rough, but it's just incredible how, if you rough it up just a little bit more, you will really see faces. Let's open Pyro. I'm doing good, honey. Yeah, it's Jamon, it's really bad. And it's to the point where you don't even see it on the news, everyone. It's that scary. I mean, to be honest with you, if you look on certain YouTube channels, the orbs are very much there. They're very much present. But people just, you know, I mean, YouTubers cover it. We cover that, but, you know, it's to the point where people are just so scared. You can't run from stuff. I mean, that's the thing. If we don't shed light on this kind of stuff, it'll just keep happening, and even worse. So if you try to ignore it, which they shouldn't do, you gotta shed light on this to let people know what's going on in case something happens, right? But no, they want to hide. They don't want people to hear about it, know about it. And it's not good. You have to know what is going on in the sky. You have to. Because if you're not prepared, you know, there's unseen forces that are taking over our skies. And it's like, you know, and planes are, it's obvious. Look at what's happening. Planes are coming down. You know, people's planes, and this technology that someone has. There's people out there that have technology to also. That's scary. They shouldn't, but and it's really really scary. That's why do you see so many things happening? Because right. Because there's so many people with weird technology, well, other country, that, we just don't believe that would do such a thing. That have, forces and things like that can have the ability to do this kind of stuff. Now I have to line this up just so I can get this sandpaper on, everyone. Just give me a minute. It's like, line it up, Tina. I'm about to. I'm trying to. But, here you go. But, at this point in time, I mean, I would not feel even remotely comfortable. I would be so... I mean, I know planes are moving all the time and going here and there, but when you're talking about going over the ocean... Oh, okay. Partial solar eclipse. Okay. But when you're talking about going over the ocean and... Man, be careful. Be careful. Say prayers. Say prayers. Especially if you're in a high position and you're in an office, because, man, a lot of that stuff is already inevitable. Good night, honey. It's inevitable. And now this is really rough. I mean, this thing here's this. Now, some albums, everyone, are harder to some albums, it's really weird. I think back in the day, I wonder if the artist paid more for the album to be thicker. I have a few albums, right? Jamon says, people say my country wouldn't do that, but our country has been doing shady. Exactly. Exactly, Jamon. Now, here's the difference, everybody. This album here is medium, like thin. This one is thick. There's an album that's thinner than this one, and there's an album that I have some that are really thick. So back in those days, did artists pay more to have a thicker album? Jamon, there's so much weird stuff going on, you can't even comprehend it. You can't even, we're scared. We gotta, United States, we've got to stop being scared of stuff. And that's why so much stuff is happening. Because we are afraid to face it, Yes, these are going to get painted tonight. Yes, yes. Absolutely. They're going to get art made on them. But we gotta face this stuff, man. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. And if we just close our eyes to it and don't want to try to figure out what the hell's going on, we're done. Well, we see it right now with planes falling out of the sky and on landing and on takeoff and midair, and it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better. Not going to get any better. And people are angry at certain people. You couldn't pay me $1 million to get on some of these people's planes. Anything. There's no way. It's none. I don't care if it doesn't matter if they're traveling. These unseen forces are so powerful. They just don't care who's on board. It doesn't matter. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. It's just scary. But there's going to be so much stuff. So much. I wouldn't want to be in that kind of political limelight right now, because that's the forces that are going after those people really vigorously. And they're going to get them if they don't, eventually, if they don't, be careful. It's craziness going on out there. Okay, we're scratching this up tonight. But just, be careful. If you're traveling, if you're taking a plane, you got to be careful. You got to be careful with anything. But right now, you really have to step up your game and like be careful, you know. This is no joke. It's serious shit out there. Serious stuff that's going on. These entities are powerful. That's the thing. The unseen forces that we cannot see. It's scary. Well, I'm not scared. I'm not afraid of them, but they're out there. Hi, Dasho. I don't think so, Jamon. I don't think so. No, it's not that, man. It is not that. Because they're not going, I mean, they're not going after, no, it's not that. They're not trying, They're just trying to send a point, I think my intuition says, to higher uppers that, you know, they can do this and they can't do anything about it because it's unseen forces. I've tapped this out on the board so many times, and I'll show you a board that I've showed you about these unseen forces that are actually, hold on a minute. I mean, these were taps from back in, this was February 23rd, but taps, but here's the thing, like here's, like, look at that eye and look at this. This is something coming out of, it says the depths of the ocean and the unknown. Paint it live. So this is the depths of the ocean, but this is like something, you see what I mean? Taking something down, but look at this eye, that the destruction, there's something just gonna, you know, you see what I'm saying? It's no joke. But oh, I wanted to show you the other one. I grabbed the wrong board, actually. But you have to be really careful. Hold on one minute. Hold on. I mean, I'm not on here to make people scared. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore because I've already done 1,000 boards about it and I'm done warning people. So it is what it is. But this one here was just an unseen alien invasions. And look at this. It's these gray like forces, but they're throwing something down out of it that you cannot see. And that's what's causing that's what's going to cause a lot of the chaos. You have to watch my show tonight, everybody, so you can actually see in these taps. And when I read them and what my intuitive notion says about all this, you just can't believe it. It's really real. It's really real. And I just, you know, yeah. Well, whatever you think. Whatever you think. But you'll have to come on tonight or look at the show and see. No, I don't know. But there's birds too, everybody. So you gotta figure there is some technology out there that looks like birds, but really they're not birds. They're not birds at all. And you know, a lot of this technology, man, that stuff's hitting planes. Yes, thank you. But it's weird because there's birds actually that if they're hitting planes or coming toward, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a real bird. It could be a timed bird, or it's definitely a fake bird or something like that. You see what I'm saying? But there's a lot of weird stuff that it's really scary out there because there's birds that literally are not birds. There's all kind of weird stuff. But yes, in my art, you can see a lot of stuff. But with planes, you just don't know. If they say a bird's going into it, that could have a timer on it and just, go into the plane. And then just hurt people. I mean, it's that bad. You just don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff these other countries got that don't like us, that we think they like us, but they don't like us. And they have all this crazy technology in our skies, and we're here trusting them, thinking that we can trust them, and we can't, They got all kind of stuff in our skies, waiting for opportunity, the right opportunity to see, to get people in a vulnerable situation, such as up in the sky, over an ocean, and, the right people that they're looking for, whoever they're looking for, which is people in, specific people. But it's scary, it's really scary. Yes, thank you. Yes. So you have to join me tonight. It's going to be good tonight. And that's why I can't wait to splash these. I cannot wait to see what kind of art we're tapping out tonight. It's incredible. Yeah. I love conspiracy, but with my brain so powerful, I'm a realist about things, and I just, whatever my mind is saying, it's real talk. It ain't conspiracy stuff. But you're right. I mean, but a lot of conspiracy things are real. A lot of these YouTubers have conspiracy theories. Now, I'm not. I mean, hey, everybody's entitled to believe what they want to believe, right? I'm 8:30 tonight. But I'm not into, bullshit and all that stuff, bullshitting people. I don't do that. I ain't got time for that. I'm into realness of stuff and what's really going on and what's really going to happen. But, I want to, I mean, my brain is that powerful that even my brain can't even handle conspiracy things. But, I have an open mind to what other people have to say. Everybody's different. Everyone's different. There's psychics that say something different, and they're psychics. I mean, I'm just on a different wavelength and a wave path or something, right? But oh my gosh, yes, definitely. There's way too many coincidences, and that's what I'm saying to you. It's forces that are definitely doing that, and they're going to hurt people this year. A lot of, just like I said, I mean, you're going to wait until, I mean, it's so sad to say it. I hate to say it, but, there's going to be a lot of people in politics that, they're just going to wait for the right time to take their planes down and do all kind of weird stuff. And they're not going to survive, I mean, this year's going to be unbelievable with weird stuff happening in our skies. If I was in politics, I would really damn near wouldn't even live at the White House. I wouldn't even live there. There's no way. You couldn't even pay me to live there or stay there, But there's a lot of coincidences that it's just not a coincidence. It's really real, and it's real serious, It's very, very serious stuff that's happening out there. It's very serious stuff. Extremely serious stuff. And it's going to get worse. It'll just get each day. It'll just get worse. And that's why I just, tend to not say anything anymore, because people do get scared. And, which is rightfully so. They should be scared. They really should be scared. Because if they only knew what I know, they wouldn't even believe it. If they only knew what my intuition said, it would be, they wouldn't go anywhere. That's how serious it is. But it's craziness out there. So we'll see what the boards say about everything tonight. But I mean, we're gonna take my mind to, is there, this beautiful yeah, but there's too many coincidences, right? It's a lot going on. And, you know, that's why, you know, with Trump going at Zelensky like that, we don't have time for that. Like, there's no time to be sitting and arguing over minerals when we have planes falling out of the sky and you know, and all kind of weird stuff that's going to happen this year. We don't have time to fucking worry about minerals. I mean, it just is what it is. Whether you believe it or not, I don't care. I'm independent. I'm not Democrat nor Republican. I'm not in a party. I'm an independent. So I could care less. It's not about that. Liking someone or disliking someone. I don't do that. I'm a very realist person about stuff. We don't have time. There's too much weird shit going on. And people gotta fucking take heed or else they're gonna be dead. Their families, you know, it's just whoever's on a plane with them. It doesn't matter. These unseen forces don't care. As you see, you know, they're just warnings. It's just like sending out warning signals because, you know, but it's, you know, weird. A plane can flip over and nobody died. It's just strange how all this weird stuff is done. It's warning signals to let someone that they want to know something's going to happen to them. Just like I said, you couldn't pay me $1 million to be on some of their planes. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no way. Or fly with them or go anywhere with them. Because it's inevitable. You gotta live on the earth. I mean, they gotta live like, you know. So right now, I'm really scratching this up. I'm talking to all of you. Thank you for staying on with me. And hang on. Hold on, I have to fix that. Hold on. Hold on. Let me fix this really quick. Okay. All right, I'm back. So these boards should be great for tonight. I can't wait to tap out this art tonight. Because, I mean, I'm really roughing these boards up to the point. Hi, B. Oh, B's here. Hi. I'm really roughing them up because I want to see the faces, the places tonight. I can't wait to see where we're going to go tonight on these boards. I really can't wait to see what we're going to see, you know. And everyone, if you want a personal, you know, intuitive reading, I mean, I can do them even without the art, but you can just let me know. Or if you're on live and you have a situation, just let me know. But it has to be real. It can't be nothing fake because my intuition don't work like that. It doesn't work on paper. So, but you can check out all of my art, or most of it. There's some I didn't upload yet at spaceartbeauty.net. Yeah, I know. I gotta get electric sander. I have to, because this is old school right here how I'm doing it. But I forgot to take them to my brother so he can take the grinder over on them. But I will this week. But it keeps my hands all ready. Keeps them all ready. Tina. I'm right-handed, but I'm doing it with my left hand now. I'm like scratching with my left hand. Keep your muscles in shape. It's like muscle fitness, right? Yeah, the master production, I know. I just switched my hand. Around. It's like you don't want your left brain to work harder than your right brain, right? I gotta have both sides of my brain working. I know, right there. Get the production going on. I'm trying to. So this is gonna be good. And then, just like I said, I'll switch my hands around. I didn't talk to Mr. Butch for a few days. About to call him. Look at that. So that's compared to that. See? Put your hands up. That's gonna be good tonight because the paint is really just gonna stick. The rougher you get this, the stickier that paint's just gonna cling on to there. But it doesn't cling on to the shiny stuff, unfortunately. But it's gonna cling. It's gonna grip. It's gonna grip real hard tonight, and I love it. It's crazy. Let's see. So tonight, I hope all of you join me because it's going to be great. Should I work harder than my coworker because I am given a more difficult task? Who you be? If you're given a more difficult task at your job, B, that means that you're qualified to do it and they aren't. So look at it like a blessing. Like they're not qualified to do that. You are. So, you know, when you're given a difficult task, you're the one who can do it. You know, look at it like that, right? Look at it like you're the person that they turn to do that task other than someone else that doesn't know how to do the task, that doesn't have the mind to do the task, that doesn't maybe even have the intelligence to do the task. So, right? There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm not. Yes. Oh, yes. Peace. Well, see, I would play some music on here, but we can't. That's why I don't even bother with the record player. But yes. But oh, there's some definitely that I will not. Yeah. I hated to even do it to some of these, but you know what I mean. But they already had some scratches on. My cousin's ex-boyfriend owns a music store, and he gave me a whole bunch of albums. And so some of these already had scratches on them. And so instead of just throwing them out, I just the music never dies, right? It never dies. It never dies. It just lives through the art. So, you know, it never dies, everyone. Music never ever dies. So, you know. Lisa just gets frustrating because good work gets penalized with more work. Well, B, you can look at it as this. You're working and there's other people that actually aren't right now, right? If you know what I mean. There's other people that actually aren't even working right now. And this is going to be another situation, everyone, that is going to be dire straits this year. My intuition says, and so many people have lost their jobs, right? So B, you really need to be grateful that you have a job because there's so many people that lost their jobs. Unemployment only pays you so much, right? And there's like a cap, like I guess that unemployment pays you. And so if you make a high salary or you make a good salary, even as a government worker, where unemployment only pays you so much. And so when you lose your job, you're not going to get that. You're going to lose your car. You'll probably lose your house because there's only so much you can pay with an unemployment, check. So be grateful because a grateful heart will always win in the end, everybody. Always remember that. And a grateful heart never loses, no matter what the situation is. Always be grateful, Yeah, we all want the money to scale with the efforts. I mean, we all do, be. I mean, can you imagine right now, like, so many people that they had their jobs. Now think about this, everyone. If you're a government worker, you don't have your job no more, okay, because they're cutting fat or what have you, and you're so used to getting your paycheck because that is your livelihood, okay, and you got car payments, you got a house payment, and think about this. It goes down to an unemployment payment, which I think unemployment only pays you what, $500 is the max a week. So think about if you're a government worker getting paid way more than that, and you're going down to like $500 a week with unemployment. I think that's the max. I'm not too sure. It might even be less. How are you going to pay your car payment? How are you going to pay your how are you going to pay your home? Something's got to go. A lot of people are going to be losing their homes. A lot of people are going to be losing their cars because they got to figure out you got to have your car to go to work. You got to have your place to live. How are they going to do it on unemployment? Because a government salary, it's going to be hard to find a job making that type of money and with those type of benefits. It's going to be hard. It really is. So what's going to happen right now is, I'm telling you, be grateful, because a lot of people are going to, it's going to be really bad. There's going to be a lot of homeless people this year, a lot of people living in cars, a lot of people, everything, because now, like, if they're a government worker and they lost their job, they have to conform down. How are you scaling down to an unemployment benefit of less than $500 a week? That's you can't pay your car payment. You can't even, some of the people aren't even going to pay their house payment. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no freaking way. I don't know how this is even going to work. There's going to be so many homeless people. I don't know how these people are going to do it, because the scaling down, and what do you got to scale down? You need your car to look for a job. You need your home, because a lot of these people probably got kids. It's going to be insane what's going to happen this year. It's going to be insane. I mean, it is honest to God going to be downright insane what is going to happen. So I think the government workers that are saying right now that they don't want to tell what they've done for that week, they damn sure better get on and fill in that 5-point bulletin for what they done that week, because at least they're saying, hey, what did you do this week, versus other people got fired. Other people are done. Other people got let go. So you fill the damn 5-point bulletin out of what you done for work that week, and versus not have a job at all. Think about it, everyone. I'm God serious. Don't play, everybody, because talk to government workers now that ain't got no job and they filed unemployment and got a reality check. Right? Seriously. No, there's nothing to be sorry about, Joyanto. I'm just keeping it real. Like, what are these people gonna do? Right. I mean, it's scary, everybody. No, don't be grateful. A humbled heart. Remember, everybody, no matter what you go through, right? I've always learned this. Pastor said, Tina, don't be so. I have to be when I'm talking about this. But I grew up like I always grew up. Yeah, exactly. That's me too. I'm the type of person, everyone. I never, ever, ever live above my means, and never. I never like. So somebody's saying, "Fuck what?" Hold on a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Who's saying "F you"? No, 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 no. We don't be doing that on here. We don't play like that on here. Stop. Just let's not be doing that. Everybody, I saved a lot of money until I had a scammer scam me, a sweetheart swindler scam me, and I helped him. I'm not even going to say who the person is, because you wouldn't even believe it. But I never, like, I'm very frugal. Like, I save money. I don't go out and spend money. I go to Goodwill, as a matter of fact. I buy things on Temu or go to Goodwill, right? But I'm you gotta be frugal about things, okay? You can't just go willy-nilly buy it. You can't do it. You gotta be very frugal about so much stuff, right? A 6-year-old prodigy. So, you always got to be real frugal about everything, like spending money, especially right now with you never know what the economy is going to be like. You've got to be real careful of how you spend money. You just can't go out and just go willy-nilly, and because you don't know what's going to happen you know, with your finances. You just can't do that. And I don't do that. I'm very frugal. I'm a very frugal person. You know, I go to Dollar Tree. I'm very, you know, in that way, I don't play games. Never ever live above your means. Right? Never, ever, ever. No matter if the Joneses, if your neighbors are the Joneses and you're keeping up with them, you're going to fall like them. I'm telling you. Do you realize the Joneses are people that are wannabes? They want to be rich. They want to be famous. They want to be everything that they never were before, right? They want to have wealth. They want to be around wealthy people, and they're not wealthy. That's called the Joneses. You do not want to be around these people because they will put you into their little stamp and feel like you have to, if you're not driving a certain car, then you're not good enough for them, which they're not good enough for themselves. They can't afford. I've worked in a hair salon, everyone, in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Does anybody know where Hershey is? There's a lot of wealthy people there. There's doctors, everything there. And there was this family that this guy pulled up, and he had this fancy car, everything, right? Oh, a fancy watch. Don't be, this stuff shouldn't impress you much, right? And he couldn't even afford to pay for his child's haircut. You can't do that. You have a flashy car and you have a flashy watch, but yet you can't afford to pay for your child's haircut. I mean, so he was trying to transfer money all which way but loose, and I even said, "Do you want me to just pay for it?" Like, cause I couldn't believe it. But that's the Joneses that I'm talking about, everyone. You don't want to follow these people because they're going downhill quick. They don't have no money. They're fibbing. You know what I mean? They're trying to keep up with somebody, the Kardashians or neighborhoods, and trying to live this highfalutin life. And you know, they really ain't got it. Right? And they really just are not on that wavelength. But, and then you see people, then I know people that are wealthy and they even go to Goodwill, or they are not impressed by the latest clothing style. They just are just, they'll wear ripped up jeans or this or that, right? I worked for a millionaire guy that had a warehouse full of high-end cars, and he was a complete cheapskate. Exactly. So, you know, there's people, you know, they'll buy cars or something, like, you know, things that they're passionate about, of course, because they can afford that. But if you can't afford to buy things like that, you know, you can't. I mean, I'm a cheapskate. I mean, sometimes I even fib to my brother and say, "Hey, I got to get this or that just to save the money." But you know, yeah, I say, you know, you got to save. You got to save. It's just me, and I'm still saying that you gotta save. I don't know how people do it with a lot of kids. I mean, this is not funny, everybody. If you have a lot of kids, you better save money. You better have money saved back. I'm very frugal. I'm really frugal, everybody. And you got to be like that, because people that I see, people, they're driving around in fancy cars and they're struggling, and I have a Jeep. My brother gave me that Jeep. I refuse to drive around in something to oppress other people that aren't paying for that, right? Seriously. You can't. Don't never worry about what you're driving, because you're the one who has to pay for it, not them. Who gives a fuck what you're driving? As long as my dad always told me this, everyone, and my dad was an avid car collector. My dad had antique cars. I mean, there'd be sometimes 12 antique cars in our yard at one time. My dad was an avid car lover. Everything. And but my dad always told me that you know, you if it has a good motor, a good transmission, and it runs, that's a good car. You don't sit and worry about what other people are worrying about. You're driving. Are they paying that bill? Absolutely not. There's people that can't even afford, they're living above their means just to impress their friends. Ain't got time for that. You either like me how I am, or you can keep going. That's how you got to think, everybody. If people don't like you, then guess what? There's people that will like you and get the fact that you're frugal, you need to save money, you have children, right? Don't worry about what people think. Why do you think I stay so happy? And I don't give a crap what people are. I don't play like that, everybody. I don't worry about what people think. I ain't got time for that. Are they paying my bills? Are they paying a bill of something that if I have to sit and worry about what they're worrying about? No, no, I am not impressed by your big fancy house and your big payment. I ain't impressed by that. I'm not impressed by your watch if you cannot afford that. Okay? I'm not impressed by that. I'm not impressed. Please. I ain't worried about that. And I had a boyfriend that gave me jewelry. Watches that were beyond expensive. Omega watches, everybody? How expensive Omega watches are? We're talking thousands and thousands and like 30-some thousand dollars. Omega watch. We're talking earrings that are like $20,000 to $30,000. I'd wear them to the salon laughing, going to my friend. I'm serious, because I'm not into all that stuff, right? And I would wear my jewelry to the salon laughing because I'm not into stuff like that, And that was real stuff. That wasn't no fake stuff. Come on now. Come on. But it didn't impress me much. Because when I broke up with him, I threw that stuff right back in his face that I didn't want that stuff because I had my own shit. And it might have been costume jewelry, but at least it was mine, right? And I wasn't putting up with his bullshit. So guess what? You can take your $30,000 watch and your goddamn earrings and shove it up your ass. Because guess what? I'll walk out this door with my costume jewelry and be happy. How about that? So everybody, you gotta pick your poison. I've already had that kind of stuff. I'm serious. I could have kept it. I have sunglasses that he bought me for like $7,000, $8,000. I don't even wear them. Never even wore them. I never even wore them. Seriously. Ain't no joke. I swear to goodness. I love Omega. I do love Omega products, but they're very expensive. And has anybody ever went to and bought an Omega watch and you're sitting down and a real watchmaker has to lay it on in your hand and lay your wrist and make sure, because right? Challenge. Or like diamonds that are so expensive. I'm here laughing at the salon. Come on now. I ain't into that stuff. Love ain't supposed to cost nothing, right? Remember that. Love don't cost a thing. It should never, ever, ever. If you have to buy someone diamonds to love you or to like you, you're with the wrong person. If you have to buy somebody something to love you, you are with the wrong person. I had a guy that tried to buy me so much stuff. And you know what I would do to it? Take it and give it to my friends. I didn't want it. I even told him I didn't want it. And he kept buying me stuff and I didn't even want. I'm like, I don't want these things. My friends, I swear to goodness, I didn't give a damn how much it was. That's not love, everybody. My mom and dad were married for 40 years. And they didn't have anything like that to be giving one another. You can't love somebody for the love that they give you. That ain't love when you gotta buy somebody something, right? That ain't love. And you gotta keep buying somebody gifts. That's bullshit. That's bullshit right there. That ain't even love. That's bullshit. How about that? And that's real talk. Shouldn't be like that. Okay. Let me try to scratch this off. And so, all right, everybody, I don't know what time it is, but, oh, it's only 4. Right, I love you, baby. I mean, someday I might wear my Omega glasses on here. That's like so expensive, you wouldn't even believe how much they are. I don't even wear them. I swear to God, I think I wore them one time. I'm in the mood for it. Ugh. So this is going good, everybody. Don't forget to join me tonight, because this is, honest to God, going to be good, everyone. This is going to be absolutely incredible. I love it. It's euphoric. Let's see, this got a little bit more when you can't see this, but I'm going to get going here soon, everybody. I got stuff. Maybe I might have to go. And I'm going to try to get as much of this shine off here as possible. Exactly. No, right away I know. You cannot. I don't want no gifts. I don't like gifts. My gift is my life. I have so many clothes. I don't need no more clothes. I have so many shoes. I don't need any more heels. I have heels. I have shoes. I have thousands of pair of jeans. I don't need any more stuff. I don't want any more stuff. I hate when people buy me things. I don't want it. I try to tell them I don't want it. It's not funny. I mean, maybe some people like that. I don't. I'm impressed by coffee. I'm a die-hard coffee lover. Now, let me tell you something. If somebody buys me coffee from somewhere, that's amazing, right? Do you realize Hawaii makes one of the best coffee? They make the best coffee. And I had somebody get me coffee straight from Hawaii. It was the best coffee. Now that's stroking my mind when people can get me coffee from wherever. But I love coffee. But all that diamonds and stuff like that, I ain't for that. I'm not in the mood for all that dumb shit. I'm just a small town girl, a regular small town girl. Yes, I'm fashionable, but I'm also practical and I'm frugal. And I tell you, okay, I can tell you a story. Okay, so when you're single, you just buy whatever you want to, right? So my one friend, this lady, she was in real estate, so she had lots of money, and she goes, Tina, I'm going to New York and I'm going to get Louis Vuitton bags. Listen, I'm a frugal girl. I'm not into Louis Vuitton. Listen, no offense to Louis Vuitton. I like those bags, but hey, okay. So I went with her to New York, and I brought my money, and we went to New York, and I bought a Louis Vuitton bag, and it had a damn lock on it, everyone, that was so heavy. Now, I almost got robbed carrying that bag. I don't even know what, I threw that bag away. I don't even know what I done with the bag. I have no idea. Put it in storage. I ain't never seen it. I figured if I have to, I said, okay, well, okay, I'm not really into name brands because I'm just a regular small town girl, and my mom raised me to go to Goodwill to get things, and she raised me practical and not to be about name brands and stuff like that, right? So I did. I got some Louis Vuittons, but I almost got robbed carrying my Louis Vuitton one time when I went out with my friends. I didn't even really know too much about a Louis Vuitton because I wasn't into name brands. But the buckle on the Louis Vuitton was this big. How the fuck if you have to carry around a purse with a lock on it? No, seriously, no. That was it. That was it for me. I ain't into it, everybody. I just, you know what? I'd rather just go get me a little purse from somebody that, somebody that makes, I love purses. Rather than that, I'm not in the mood to be trying to unlock and lock a bag and almost damn near lose your life over it. It ain't worth it. I can't do it. No offense to Louis Vuitton, right? I mean, listen, I like the slides. The slides, you know, you wear the slides and stuff. Making pair of slides sometime. But as far as their bag, no. Listen, girl ain't fitting in or a wallet, then a girl ain't fixing to get a new one of those. Oh my gosh. We're almost done with this, everybody. And then I'll let you go for the night because I gotta fill up like after I. Hi, honey. You are so. Thank you, baby. I try to keep it real. But when I get off of here, then I'll fill all these paints up for tonight because they were getting a little low, and I was looking. And I'm like, man, the paint's getting low. But I do have a wish list down below, everybody. If you'd like to get anything from me off of there, but yeah, I just keep it real, everybody. I'm just a down to earth girl. You know, I just don't, you know, I'm just a down to earth girl. Very just, you know what I mean? I'm just a regular girl. I ain't highfalutin. I don't want to be. I ain't trying to be. And so, okay, this is good. But yes, I mean, just like I said, you know, if you would ever get an opportunity to have an Omega watch, they are like probably one of the best watches. I love them. But okay, everybody, look at that. That's now see, a little bit more got to do on here. And then see, because here's how it was. This ain't good for painting. It's good for dancing. Just dancing. But not for painting. Right? Seriously, good for dancing to not painting. I can't wait to tap it out tonight, everybody. I love all of you. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I love yous. You know, I'm just a regular person. Just be you, everybody. Don't just be you. If you're not famous, don't worry about it. If you're not rich and you want to be, strive and do it. Work hard, right? If you're trying to have a job that you think is out of reach, nothing's out of reach. It's all in your mind. If you want it, work hard and achieve it, right? But just be you. Don't worry about what other people are trying to be or who they're trying to be with or who they're not trying to be with. You just be you, right? You just be you. You just let the world know who you are, right? And that's all that matters. You just let the world know who you are. Because we're all different after all. We're all different. And I like, you know, I'm just wanted to talk about that too. Because I wanted to talk about this. Because actually, like, I was thinking about this, right? And it, like, you know, we're all so different in this world. It's like, you know, we may not like how other people are, right? Or we may not like how other people act or their gender or what have you. But I just wanted to say, like, I worked in a salon. I've been a hairdresser for many, many years, and I worked in this children's salon. And I told this story before. And I worked in this children's salon, and for all these, you know, these rich people, and I cut their children's hair, okay? And I even cut their hair too. But and I noticed a pattern of something, and I couldn't believe it. And I think that when we want to be blind to things, I think that we need to open our eyes up and realize that it not only happens to poor people's children, it happens to rich people's children also. When I worked into this salon, I just like I said, they were all wealthy parents. And a lot of their kids, believe it or not, that were little. Now I'm not making this up, because God is my witness. I wouldn't lie to none of you, right? I noticed something, that a lot of their little kids did not know what gender they were. And if you think that is a problem now, that was 25 years ago, 26 years ago, 27, maybe even longer. but it could be longer. But and I seen the looks on the fathers' faces when they told me that their son, because we would have a pink Jeep and we would have a blue Jeep or black Jeep, you know, for one for the boys and one for the girls. And a lot of boys would go over to the pink Jeep and they would sit down, and their parents would tell me that their son doesn't want to play with, you know, boys things or what have you. And then you would have girls that would go over to the boys Jeep, and they would want me to cut their hair. If the little kids, the little girls would hold their head because they would want all their hair off their head. They did not even want hair on their head. And the parents would tell me that the little girl liked playing with boys things. So this is something that I'm telling you, I think that could be chromosomes in your in children's bodies at such a young age, maybe even to when they are conceived, because these little kids were real little, like I'm talking 3 and 4 and on up, right? So um so it leads me to believe that a lot of these children, like, and the parents said that they were always like that ever since they were born. So it leads me to believe that a lot of these children are born like this. So never put people down, everyone. Honest to God, it happens to people in families where their families are very wealthy and they don't tell people about their child being transgender or being gay or something like that. And I'm God serious. I've seen these little kids at like real 2, 3 on up, and it broke my heart because you see the parents and the look on their faces, and that they would apologize or like we tried everything. And so it leads me to believe that, you know, from working with these type of children at the salon and seeing this, and that this has something to do with the conception. This has something to do with chromosomes, maybe even being crossed, or something in chromosomes that are not right, that have children like this, you know, because their little bodies, you know, little kids are so um they don't know what they're saying. Like some little kids, they really don't, you know how to respond like that to their bodies, right? And know anything like that, like body parts, and you're a boy or you're a girl. Yes, they know that. But inside, and these parents all told me that they sat and had conversations with their little children, telling them that no, you're a boy, or no, that you're a girl. You don't act like that. And it still didn't, they still cried. So before anyone on this God's given earth, before you ever think that, you know, it happens to other families or other people, think again, think again, everybody, think again. It's not, it's very serious. It happens to a lot of wealthy families and they don't know what to do about it. And so it's not just people walking around going, well, they're transgender and deal with it. It's not that. You don't understand, everybody. It's more deeper than that. And I just wanted to talk about that because I've experienced that with the little kids in the salon, that act like that, right? And so never put people down. Never, just because you you are a certain way and you go, okay, well, I'm this way and I don't like those people. You never walked a day in those parents' shoes to understand the hell that they go through and the sadness that they go through with their little child that already knows that at such a little age. So before you put transgender people down because you don't like them or don't like their style, you don't understand them. And, you know, I was kind of curious about this kind of people also, but until I worked in a salon and I saw this unfolding over and over again with little children, um, you know, that were boys wanting to be girls and girls wanting to be boys so desperately. And so I think as a parent, like, if your child is like that, you brought that child into this world, right? The child did not ask to be brought into this world. None of us asked to be brought into this world. So if you have a child that is like that, hell have no fury that you would turn your back on your child that's like that, because you don't walk in their shoes. You don't know what they're going through. You have no idea, what these parents like went through, and they didn't turn their back on their kids. They tried everything. And they're like, we just are just gonna let them be however they want to be, because we tried everything, right? So when you bring a child into this world, guarantee that you will get a child that may be that will may think that they, or a girl when they're in a boy's body, or vice versa, because guess what, that's a life. And that's um you don't know when that child is born until it starts walking and moving and starting to talk. um do you get the grips of it? And some little kids, right, well, these little kids just expressed it right away. But some kids are so scared because they don't even know their body, or how to even like know, what their body's feeling. And even with my intuition, like I've had my intuition, it takes me back to something different. Like I think I met one little girl that was had the powers that my mind has, and I'm god serious. When I was 7 years old, like I could move things, I could see things in the future. I didn't even know this, right? And my mom was a stern woman. She didn't care to know, right? So I was wondering, how am I doing all this stuff? How can I see things or know things? And like, you know what I mean? I only had two brothers. So I really couldn't express it to nobody how my mind was, right? Because nobody had time to worry about my mind. And so that is what I'm saying. I feel bad for like little kids that are trapped in a situation where um they can't help this, everybody. I'm telling you, please don't make fun of these people. God don't like that, because they're not, who would wake up one day, right? And go, they're transgender, or they like another or they like the same gender. Who in God's earth would wake up and want that? Nobody on this ever loving earth would wake up and say, okay, well, I want to be a boy today, or I want to be a girl, right? Nobody on this earth would wish that on themselves. So they were born this way. How I can know that is from working at the salon, and seeing these little kids, and seeing the sadness, because they boys wanted to play with dolls, and the girls wanted to play with the trucks, and I mean, right. But you never turn your back on children, your children that are different, because they're not like your other kids. That doesn't mean your other kids aren't going to experience the same thing. You don't know. But you never turn your back on your kids that are like that. You always have your hand extended to them in a kind way, in a good way, because God, for one, acknowledges that, because they were not asked to be brought into this world for you to just go, well, I'm disowning you because you are transgender. They were never even asked to be, they it's not their fault that they were born and born that way. So when people make fun of people that were born like that, it makes me really sad. It really does, because they don't understand the concept of chromosomes, and what these children that, I mean, I witnessed this with these little kids at the salon, and it really broke my heart. It really did. I saw the pain in the father's eyes, the mother's eyes, and they're just trying to figure it out themselves. But they said that they would never, um, leave their child when they get older. They would just try to help them. But when you bring kids in the world, you don't never just dump them off at a train station, or airport, or anywhere, and say, I disown you because I don't believe in this, and I don't believe in who you are. That's because you don't know who they are. You never sat down and talked to them about who they are, or who they need to be to feel like they are a whole person inside, right? So never, everybody. I mean, I don't care if you're the most diehard Republican. Um, it happens. These people, as a matter of fact, this upscale salon, uh, almost 99.9% of those people were Republicans and diehard Republicans that had children like that. But never, ever, ever judge people. You don't know if it's going to happen in your family or to your children. You don't know, right? Because when you have kids, you don't know what the what chromosomes have crossed. You don't know that, honestly. No one knows that, right? And so you can only hope that your kids will grow up to to love the opposite sex. But you don't know that. You don't know that, right? So when you see your kids like that, you don't put them in institutes, you don't tell them to go, you don't walk away from them. You got to confront things in the most amicable way, right? In the most loving way, in the most kindest way, and go, I will understand you, because I don't know what you're going through, but I will try to understand what you're going through, right? Because in the end of life, that might be the child that is your biggest cheerleader. No matter how many kids that you have, that child that is the one that is so confused about what they are, maybe your biggest cheerleader in your life, and you may need them. So never do that, everybody. I've seen this with these kids. But have a blessed night, everybody, and I'll see you later. Okay, I'll see you tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, because this is Pennsylvania. And you don't want to miss a thing, everybody. Have a blessed night. Have a blessed day until tonight. Bye.